Hello and welcome back to another week in my life vlog. This vlog is going to include a fragrance haul and deep dive of sorts that starts around the 5-minute mark. So if you're here for that, you can jump right to it. Otherwise, I did catch some glimpses of my week through vlogging throughout the week. On Sunday, I had a great catch up at the 22, their Cafe Zaffrey restaurant that I've been to a couple times. That is just outstanding. It's so cute inside, and their labneh on their menu is one of the best things I've ever had in life. It's so good. Throughout the week, I started off so strong. On Monday, I went to the gym, I worked from home, I made my coffee, I made my own breakfast, I got laundry done because the previous week and this week, I worked in office 3 days, and that is just, it's very taxing trying to manage your life and be the project manager of your own life while also, being in person for most of your day. And then when the day is over, you kind of just want to go home and wind down. Oops, I made a little oopsie there with my latte, but it's probably because I've been away from home so much and I haven't been getting practice with my lattes. Either way, on Monday, I was able to be super productive, and then I honestly did not get back into the gym until Friday, but I got back in, so that's it. And I'm hoping to have a better week this week. As I mentioned, I was able to pick my workouts back up on Friday. My workouts back up on Friday. I'm doing all the booty building exercises I can think of. So if you have any recommendations, please drop them in the comments. If I'm doing a good job, please show me some love. Thank you so much. I will be continuing. And then it was back into the end of the week and weekend. And I wanted to finish off this vlog and include a fragrance haul / fragrance review / fragrance deep dive on two of my favorite perfume houses, House of Amouage as well as Fueguia. I think that's the way you pronounce it, 1833, and several of their fragrances that I like or got to sample. And I mentioned in a previous vlog when I was doing a haul that I got the Fueguia for myself as a gift for my new job and just that accomplishment. And in this vlog, I'm going to review them all. So I hope you all like it. Fragrance is a really big part of my life, and I want it to be a part of my content as well. So I hope you enjoyed it. And if you ended up on this video just because of the fragrance, welcome. Please stay, come back. There's other good stuff going on here. But I hope you all enjoy it. Hello and welcome back. It is now Saturday the 15th. I'm about to record some fragrance TikToks. I talked to you all in the last vlog about my haul that included a fragrance from Fueguia, a fragrance Vida Corps de Composition, and then I think a couple vlogs ago I included some clips from when I popped into the Amouage boutique that is now in Soho, and I got some goodies from there. And I have not been making fragrance content for like a bit. But I do love fragrance, and it's a very big part of my life, and I'm always talking about it with friends, my boyfriend, family, all that good stuff. And it's a huge passion of mine, and I spend quite a bit of money on fragrance, and I definitely want to bring it in and make it part of my content. So I'm about to film some TikToks, and I think concurrently I'm just going to film here as well, and that'll be most of this vlog, and it'll kind of be just like whatever we had at the start there, and a little bit of a fragrance review vlog. So let's start here. Let me actually get into TikTok. That would be a nice start. And get my framing right, because y'all are in one camera and then on another camera here I have my TikTok set up. So honey, content creation is in full swing. You hear me? I like this framing. It looks really cute. So I'm gonna put it for 10 minutes and hopefully I can make it through everything in my script in these 10 minutes. I did go ahead and type out notes and everything. Just to give myself a talk track. So if you see somebody online and you feel like they just speak so easily, they might have planned that thing out. You never know. Like, I've worked with influencers where we literally had to rehearse a live, like rehearse a live conversation. Something that like is supposed to be, you know, impromptu real. The brand had to kind of like approve the script, and we had to prepare everybody and make sure we were all on the same page, singing from the same songbook, as I like to call it. Okay, I've moved over a little bit, so I'm gonna move this wow, I don't have to do that. I can just control the gimbal. Look at that. No more pillows. Don't love the TV in the background, but you know what? It's whatever. Okay, cool. Let's see how long this takes. I'm going to start with the Amouage, and then we're going to go into Fueguia. Let's see how this works out, if this is awkward. I don't know. Okay. I said I want to start with Amouage. About a month ago, the Amouage boutique opened here in New York City, down in Soho, which is huge because Soho is just becoming like a really big fragrance scene. I feel like if you're in Soho, you can start over at Scent Bar and work your way west, and there's so many different fragrance boutiques that you can pop into. I was able to get Amouage in the Nordstrom flagship, and I was also able to get it in, I didn't buy it from there, but I know they had it available in Bergdorf's down on the beauty floor. But this is their first boutique, and they're apparently going to have another one soon. I got to go in on literally their first day being open. I was working in Soho that day, so I popped over. Their head of sales was in there. She was such a delight to talk to, and she hooked me up. Okay, so I posted 2 videos last year about Amouage. One was the sampling before I made a full bottle purchase, and then the other was when I got my full bottle purchase, which was Overture Woman. And I wear my girl. This was about a year ago that I got this, and when I say I wear it, of course I wear other fragrances, so I'm not gonna like, you know, blow through this, but I feel like for a year, that's not a bad dent. Like, I got some time on this, but I do feel like fragrances after about a year and a half, they're just not what they are when you first get them, and that's just my personal opinion. With large formats, you do have to be ready to like commit. Either way, I got that last year around the time that I got in a promotion to reward myself, and after smelling through some fragrances, and Overture Woman was just like, okay, let's go through these. So one of the exciting parts of having the boutique here is that, you know, there were smaller selections within Nordstrom and the flagship, and then within Bergdorf, but now having the boutique here, they're gonna have everything as long as it's available. Sometimes things are not available because they're sold out, which brings me to my very first fragrance that I want to talk about from what she gave me in terms of samples. So Outlands, which is part of their Essences collection, has been like all the rage. Like, me and my boyfriend have been sending videos back and forth of people who are like raving about this fragrance. They were sold out when I went in the store, but she was so kind as to give me a sample. So I have a sample here of Outlands. It still has quite a bit of juice here. I literally took it back from my boyfriend. I was like, I need to film with this. I'll give it back to you when I'm done. So Outlands is actually getting a lot of attention right now, and it is a really beautiful fragrance, but I have to admit that it did not knock my socks off immediately. Like, when I first smelled it, I was like, oh, okay. And then it grew on me. It definitely is an understated and elegant but very impactful fragrance. Like, the cardamom that like really jumps out is definitely there. I do see why there's some excitement around it, especially for men. I don't think that it's a ideal fragrance for me, but I do like it. I love it on my boyfriend, and it, like I said, it's understated, but it's still attention grabbing. So we were out walking, and like almost immediately when we were out, we were getting compliments. Like even an older woman walked up and she's like, I don't know what you have on, but you smell so good. And we ended up chatting with them while we were walking and everything. But yeah, so I got some Outlands, and I will say it grew on me once he was wearing it, but I don't think that this is a fragrance that I would wear. I was interested in the essences when Amouage did their pop-up earlier this year in Soho, because one of the perfumers, Julien Rasquinet, is also a perfumer for Frederic Malle, or has also done some perfumes for Frederic Malle that I really love in the oh my gosh, what is it called? The Desert Gems collection. So the Desert Gems collection is to Frederic Malle, I feel like, what the Essences collection is to Amouage. And he made, I think, Luster in the collection. The collection's 3 now. It's going to go up to 5 in the Essences. But I wanted to smell something else from him, and I was really interested in it and wanted to see the pop-up anyway. And yeah, I really, really loved it. And I don't remember smelling this like when I went, but I'm pretty sure that I did. But yeah, so we got that. That was the one fragrance I was really excited to get from her. I also got a mini of Guidance, which comes in this adorable little box. And it's quite a bit of juice in here. Hold on, let me turn it around. So yeah, there's quite a bit of juice in here, and I have been wearing this. This is the one that's been getting the most play from what I got that day. But since I brought them home, I just want to smell it right now. It just smells so good. People say that Guidance is divisive as a fragrance, and like people either love it or they hate it. But I think that's fake news, because I have not met anyone who hates it, like in real life. Like, I don't know. I don't even know if I've seen anybody on the internet who's hated, maybe in a comment or something like that. But everyone loves it. Like, my mom is super picky with fragrances, and everything makes her have a headache and everything. And even she was like, she liked it when we smelled it. So yeah, I got Guidance. I got Outlands. And then I also got Honor Woman. And this is beautiful. Howsoever, I love a white floral, but it can get real mature real quick, if you know what I mean. So I have to be careful. This is not something I see myself committing to in a full size at all. Beautiful, nice, cute, not my girl, you know? Everything ain't for everybody. And then the last one that I got was the Opus 16 Timber. This has like, this is about to get some serious play. Like, I think I'm just gonna give into it, because I've been like waiting to wear it. Number one, to make this video, but also just because I'm like, oh, when's the right time? When's the right time? Fall is like the perfect time. There's like fir, juniper, cypress. It's just very woodsy, and I love that, but it's still very fresh and just like, delicious, delicious. I love this. So yeah, that's my little Amouage haul of sorts. From going to the boutique. I'm really excited that the boutique is now here in New York City. I can pop in when I want to take people on a little fragrance tour. We have somewhere good to go, somewhere else good to go in the city as well. New York has like a fantastic fragrance scene if you're looking for anything, but I feel like you can find everything in New York, right? So like I mentioned, the fragrances that I've gotten the most play from that have been the Guidance on my end and Outlands from my boyfriend. Some people are really, really excited about Outlands. They're saying that Guidance is divisive. I would love to hear if there are any Amouage thoughts on either of those or any of their fragrances from you in the comments. If you're looking forward to getting an Amouage fragrance, if you want to hop into their boutique or anything of the sort, any excitement, hit me up in the comments. Welcome back to my fragrance girlies. Today we are talking about Fueguia 1833 fragrances. If you've been here before, you might have seen me mention some of these fragrances in my layering video. So today we're doing a little bit of a deep dive. So Fueguia is an Argentinian brand that is very like nature-based, and I really love their philosophy in general. And there's also a combo, a layering of two of these fragrances that absolutely bangs and gets me so many compliments. Like, love, love, love. Not to mention I love it. Like, I'm obsessed with it, and the fragrances are just so unique. So I got what they call a Bitácora de Composición as a gift for myself. I got a new gig, and if you were here this time last year, I gotten promoted, and I've rewarded myself with an Amouage fragrance. And you know, whenever I'm celebrating or I hit a milestone or an accomplishment, I like to celebrate myself with a little gift. Give myself a reason to really splurge on a fragrance. Sometimes it's like a bottle of grower champagne. Sometimes it's a spirit for my bar. Sometimes it's all of them, and then I have to reconcile with my budget in the following months. But that's a different video for a different day. You know what I mean? So yeah, this is the Bitácora de Composición. There's only 5 fragrances here. These 2 are the same. And that's because I'm really obsessed with them. But the rest of them are like layering combos that I do. But I do layer this fragrance with a different brand's fragrance, if that makes sense. So yeah, their Bitácora de Composición, which is like one of their sampling formats, comes with 6 fragrances that you get to pick out. There's like over 100 fragrances, I'm pretty sure, and all of them are made by the perfumer who owns the brand and founded the brand, Julian Bedell. As far as I remember, I don't think there's any other perfumers. And it used to be actually 5. I have an old version, as you see. Oh my goodness, I do wear these, except I've had some that I sampled and I didn't love, like Calva. I think I also have Fougere I didn't finish, but oh, and Chicado. So I've tried some that I didn't love, but everybody has their ones that they love. Like I've had the New York before, and then of course the La Joven Noche and the Malabrigio. And you know what? I got this in store. And in store you can't double up on any fragrances, and I hadn't like expanded for my fragrance, like my favorites just yet. So I ended up trying out Calba and Chicado, which were not my favorites. Like they just weren't. And then Fougere, that was from one I chose online, and I just ended up not liking it. So, you know, you can't win them all. But I have, after wearing them for about 4 years, found my favorites. They're right here. If this list grows, just pray for my pockets. So the combo that I get the most compliments on, and I mentioned in my previous video about layering, is La Joven Noche and Malabrigio. And these two together just smell like blue, like a rich tealish blue if you're in this synesthesia. Otherwise, it smells like Palo Santo, sandalwood, really just light and beautiful, and like nothing I've ever smelled before. I don't even know how to describe these fragrances any more than that. Like they're just so good, and they're so complimentary. I was telling the salespeople who worked in the shop in the Soho location that I always wear these together, La Joven Noche and Malabrigio. And they were like, wait, you have a point. You have a point. You're on to something here. And now when I walk into the Soho location, if the same salesperson is there, they're like, oh yeah, you're the one who likes to wear the Malabrigio and La Joven Noche together. And I'm like, that's me. Guilty, not beating the allegations. Like a barista complimented me on these last week when I had them on, and was like, whoa, like what is that? And I just have to say that, like, because the fragrances are so tied to nature and very like specific elemental pieces of nature, they're like nothing else you'll ever smell in terms of fragrances unless you're actually smelling them in nature or in some other occurrence. I don't know. I hope I'm explaining this well. I think if you ever have a chance to go into one of their boutiques, I very, very much encourage it, because while there are some that I don't love, like I feel like everybody can find something that absolutely knocks their socks off in one of their boutiques. Okay, I will run through this fragrance fast and then go to my other pairing. This is New York from Gabriela Hearst. This is their collab. You'll see numbers on these because they literally have, wait, is that focused? They literally have batches of them because like the way that they're making these fragrances are like super, you know, earth and nature derived, if you will. I don't know the language. You can read their website. But they make them in batches. So that's supposed to be like no two batches are the same, but I will say they are very consistent between batches. Stunning, stunning, stunning fragrance. There's a lot of different notes listed on this on like Fragrantica, or if you go to their website. To me, let me actually look at the card. They give you a card with every fragrance as well, which is like, their branding is just so cute and just like a beautiful texture and everything. So let's see. Let's look at New York. This is what one of their cards looks like. This is New York. It's a wood gourmand. It has notes of tobacco, fir balsam, jacaranda. It's from the Destinos collection. And the phrase they have here is dice on the hand, ready to roll, from Gabriela Hearst herself. And there are two fragrances in the Gabriela Hearst collection. There's Paysandu and there's New York. And they have all these other notes on here. And I'm just going to tell you what happens when I smell it. Okay. You have your own experience. You can read the material. You can smell it yourself, whatever. It smells like a big fat green apple. And I think that makes most sense because New York is the big apple. It's literally called New York. What's not clicking, Steven? So yeah, and I'm sure there are other notes there, but to me, it smells like pear and apple brandy, Calvados, apple cider, like an apple cider cocktail, like a big fat Granny Smith, or like Honey Crisp apple. It gives big apple. And I love it. It's just so fresh, and it very much smells like money. I hate to say it, but it smells like money. It's just so beautiful and elegant, and just like appley, and like apple and pear brandy. What vibe does that give you? Exactly. So yeah, I like to layer that with one of my other favorite fragrances from Editions de Parfum from Frederic Malle, which I also mentioned in my layering video, and that is Promise. And those together with the rose and the apple notes and the spirit notes and the just woodiness, like, it's perfect. It's perfect. I love them both. So yeah, that's New York. And the last two are Muskara Opus and Huemul. Huemul is very like musk driven. Why won't this focus? It's ticking me off. Huemul is very musk focused, and Muskara Opus is like, it is like a textbook honey fragrance, and I have not found anything like it. Once again, I feel like the Fueguia fragrances are just so unique and specific. They're very hard to find like dupes of, but sometimes they're not one note, but they're just very focused, which I loved in this. So I got these to layer. Huemul, like I said, is very musk focused and just very light and fresh and just, oh my God, it smells incredible. And then Muskara Opus, I wanted a honey fragrance. I did not want it to be juvenile. I did not want it to be mixed in with too much. I didn't want it to be heavy and like mixed in with like a tobacco or like a tonka or a vanilla or something like that, which are all great notes. I was like, I just want like a honey, like a milky, like luscious, super rich feeling smell of honey. And that's exactly what this is. It even has like a little bit of the petrol note to it. If you were like smelling honeycomb, this is it. And I like to wear these together. So yeah, this is, I can't even believe how accurate the honey in this is. Like, if you're looking for a honey fragrance, get Muskara Opus from Fueguia. So yeah, that's it. If you are interested in Fueguia or have a favorite Fueguia fragrance, please let me know in the comments below. Let me know if any questions. If you're doing a fragrance tour in New York City, please add this to your list. Add going to Fueguia to your list. There's at least 2 locations in the city. One is on the Upper East Side and one is down in Soho. Soho is the best place, in my opinion, to do a fragrance tour in New York City. So please add it to your list, and let me know if y'all want a list of like places to go on a fragrance tour to in Soho and in New York City, and I'll share that with y'all. I just have to come back on here and say, I just shot that whole thing with my mic sitting right next to me. And when does it ever end? That's my question. When does it end? When do I stop forgetting to use my mic on this camera so I can get the best audio? I bought this camera so that I could have this mic and sound really good and have really good quality video and just like work with it. And I will say, I edit my voiceovers. I record my voiceovers literally into the mic on my MacBook, and it works out fine. But you have to admit, from the previous clip to now, does this not hit different? Like, don't I sound different? Don't I sound good? Doesn't it sound like this mic is like adding money to my voice? Y'all let me know. Let me know. I'm not recording that whole segment again because it's 1:30 on Saturday and I need to have a video up on Sunday, even though I put a video up on Wednesday, but I'm about this life. So I'm not going to re-record that. I am going to get everything started for editing for tomorrow. And I need to edit these 2 TikToks I just made. You feel me? But yeah, let this be a reminder to myself to use my mic every time. I've been doing good. You know what? I shouldn't be so hard on myself. I need to give myself more credit. Actually, I should actually give myself more credit. I've been doing a lot better with it, and the fact that I had it here, it's charged. Both my cameras are charged. I did it. I've been putting up these videos for a little while, so I'm just proud that I recorded them. And everything can't be perfect, and there's no need to beat yourself up. I'm sure the sound in this will be great. Either way, I hope. Anyway, this will be the end of the vlog for this week. Thanks so much for spending time with me. I am making this vlog a little bit more fragrance focused. This is a passion of mine. I feel like I talk about fragrance from time to time on here. I feel like my brand pillars are definitely around lifestyle, self-improvement, but mostly around like food, fragrance, wine, and spirits are things that I really love. I just happen to live in New York City, and that's a big space and a big part of my life, and I love sharing what it means to live in New York City too. But I hope you all really liked and enjoyed me talking about some fragrances, and I hope that you'll, engage with this. Drop me some comments if you have any questions about the fragrances or my favorite fragrances. If there's anything in the fragrance realm that you want to hear or see me participate in or talk about, please let me know. If there's somewhere you want me to go, I really am thinking about this fragrance tour. This video has been in my mind for a really long time, and I just need to do it. There's so many great fragrance spots. Hold on, let me save this draft. There's so many incredible places to buy fragrance here in New York City, and every time I go to fragrance shops, people are just so delightful. What I was mentioning earlier is very true. If you go to Soho, I would say, I'm basically going to outline this next video right now, starting at Scent Bar, going on a weekday when it's not crowded, in the middle of the day, not on the weekends when people are waiting in lines. I hate lines. I hate the line culture in New York City. I don't think it's great. I just don't think it's great. Scent Bar. Down the street from Scent Bar is Aesop and Le Labo, and I feel like there's something else. And then when you turn the corner, it's Diptyque. If you keep going down that same street that Diptyque is on, I think it's Prince. On Prince Street, there's now Penhaligon's. What else is over there? Down south in Soho off Crosby, if you go down a couple blocks, there is Fueguia, which I talked about in this video already. Their boutique is stunning and just has so much to offer. The new Amouage boutique is on Spring Street. I used to work on Spring Street and I was able to just walk over, but yeah, Amouage is there now. What else is there? I'm sure I said Le Labo. What else? I'm trying to think. Either way, if you leave there, let's say you start there for the first part of your tour and then go uptown, go to the Nordstrom flagship. They have everything in there. You can also go in Bloomingdale's. They have a lot of really great fragrances. That's down in Soho as well. Go up to Bergdorf Goodman and just smell through there. If you want to go down to Fide and Printemps, they have some great fragrances, and just make your way around New York City. So maybe I need to make my way around New York City and film a fragrance tour, because I do find that tour stuff in New York City does pretty well. I did a bakery tour years ago, and then I did a bakery tour update earlier this year. Did fantastic. Maybe I will dedicate a day next week to that. It is getting close to Thanksgiving and holiday time, so I need to plan recording out in the city very purposefully. So yeah. Well, that's it for this week's vlog and for the portion with the mic. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all here next week. TTYL. Bye.